Hey guys, I'm Grisha with One Shot Guns. I want to talk to you guys about Allterra. So Allterra is a custom rifle manufacturer out of Idaho. We got on board with them last year and pretty excited to show you guys some of the rifles and some of the technology that these rifle systems are all about. So kind of very similar to Gunworks in the fact that everything is, kind of made in-house and like hand-tuned and test-fired. So you're getting top-notch quality out of these weapons. There's two main offerings right now from Allterra. There's a couple others, but I want to talk about the Allterra X, which is this one right in front of me. And then there is the Mountain Shadow, which is kind of more traditional stock. But the Allterra X has this more modern, kind of like 90-degree grip. Super comfortable stock. You have an adjustable comb that you can do with spacers, and you can customize these rifles, whatever, different barrel lengths, different, a bunch of different things. But I'll kind of talk to you guys about how I set this one up. This is how I would build this rifle, and this kind of some of the ones that we stock. First off is a 20 MOA rail on top. You can get integrated scope rings that sit right here, but depending on what scope you want to select, this buys you the flexibility to kind of move those rings back and forth to like get the best clamp on whatever scope you want to mount. So more versatility there in my opinion, and like a 20 MOA rail just to buy you a little bit more adjustment in your elevation turret. Second is a detachable box mag. So these guys, they're flush fit, which is really nice, and to release it, it's internally captured into this trigger. They're using a Hawkins bottom metal and magazine. Hawkins is a Colorado company as well, known for their super high quality, but that's your flush mag. I would like them just because if you do a quick reload or whatever, just make the gun safe. I think they're preferable, especially with that flush mount. Nothing gets hung up in the woods or whatnot, and that's capturing the trigger, so it's super good. I got a little Arca rail on here in the bottom. It's for clamping onto a tripod if you want to shoot off a tripod, for some added stability. It's nice to have, not necessary, and it's a personal preference thing for me. Like I don't like an Arca rail going all the way down the bottom, just because like when you're holding the weapon, I find it it can kind of start to dig into your hand a little bit if you're holding it for an extended period of time. So I think that's a very comfortable grip that's out of the way. And then you'll notice there is a Picatinny rail up front, which your best bipods are going to be using a Picatinny and or Arca attachment. I prefer Picatinny for my bipods. Little QD swivel cup there, and another one right here in the back of the stock for slings. With the Allterras, as I was saying, they are all test fired. Here's a little group there, shows you what the gun is, with twist rate, all your general specifications, and then they even ship you a box of the same ammunition that gun likes. Something that's really frustrating sometimes for guys when they get a new gun, they know exactly what bullet your gun likes. Doesn't matter, like every gun is unique when it's built. Something about the barrel harmonics or just the way the gun comes together. Sometimes it likes a little bit different type of ammo. So they do some of that work for you. They've tested it. You can see that sub sheet, that's probably sub quarter MOA accuracy with this specific ammo. So every gun might be a little bit different. So they give you 40 rounds of that, and they'll give you the recipe if you want to hand load it, or you can buy it in bulk or whatever. But this is proven ammunition that this gun likes, which is really cool. Another thing that I like to do, just like from a hunting perspective on this, like I like to sell these kits, so you kind of have everything you need. So you don't just like, you're not piecemealing parts together. So I always like to do an extra magazine for this type of weapon, if you're going to do magazine fed weapon, and then a sling with those swivels. Actually, this is a very cool sling. It's super basic. I think it's called the Ultimate Rifle Sling. It sounds a little cheesy, but I mean, I really like it. It's all rubber, very simple. You can adjust it, and it doesn't slip off your shoulder. You can even adjust it so you could even like spread this and kind of like wear it as a backpack if you need to go hands-free to climb for whatever reason. I don't know. I think they're super simple, but they just work really good. So I include one of these slings in all the packages, and then you have your custom Allterra hard case. So if you're traveling, going to the range, whatever, you know that this rifle is protected and you're good to go. So a couple of things that like Allterra's claim to fame, they have their bolt bore alignment. So they have a concentric bolt alignment, retention to the receiver and barrel bore. So that's like they're able to make this the perfectly concentric to the action. No failed cycling. They have two extractors on their bolt face, so ejecting the rounds is no issue. And then they also have dual tension barreled connections. So all these technology pieces go into this rifle. So it's not just like a guy who's going to build a rifle from whatever, you part it out, whatever you want to do, Rem 700 clone, and put it all together yourself. Sure, it can have the possibility of being a very, very good rifle, but all these like small features is why these guns are so dang accurate, and they're testing them in the factory and at the range to make sure these things are perfect. So that's a little quick intro to Allterra Rifles, and yeah, more to follow. You can get them at One Shot Guns. Thanks.